Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving headfirst into a viral internet poll from the platform Normie, and man, it has sparked an absolutely massive psychological debate globally. On the surface, it's a super simple question, but it actually unravels some deeply rooted anxieties we all have about our future.
Here is the million-dollar question. Would you rather trust AI or trust humans? I mean, seriously, take a second to actually think about that. It's wild because this simple binary choice forces this almost immediate visceral gut reaction, right?
Just a few years ago, this whole dilemma would have sounded completely absurd. It's like the plot of a cheesy sci-fi movie. But today, it feels uncomfortably real. Machines aren't just tools sitting on a desk anymore. They are active participants in our daily lives and decisions.
All right, so here is our roadmap for the day. We're going to cover 1. The ultimate digital dilemma. 2. Why we trust machines. 3. The illusion of objectivity. 4. The case for humanity. 5. The psychology of choice. And finally, 6. A hybrid future.
Okay, kicking things off with Section 1, the ultimate digital dilemma. So this poll perfectly captures the emotional tension we're all feeling right now. Think about it. If you lean toward trusting humans, you're probably pretty terrified of AI, fearing machine control, endless surveillance, and just this emotionally empty algorithmic world. But if you choose AI, well, you likely fear human corruption, our irrationality, and, let's be honest, just plain old incompetence. It's basically a giant mirror reflecting our absolute deepest anxieties.
Moving right along to Section 2, why we trust machines.
The hard truth here? Humans just don't fully trust humans anymore. I mean, we've seen this dramatic global decline in trust across basically all major institutions. We're talking governments, the media, corporations, influencers, financial systems, and of course, online information. In a world completely saturated with misinformation, our human institutions are starting to look incredibly fragile. Because of that, AI starts to look incredibly appealing. The general perception is that AI is logical, efficient, and safely data-driven. Compare that to us humans. We can be exhausting, hyper-emotional, highly judgmental, and wildly inconsistent. I mean, anyone who survived a tense holiday family dinner knows exactly what I'm talking about. And it's getting to the point where people are actually forming genuine emotional relationships with AI simply because it feels less judgmental and infinitely more patient than a real person.
Which brings us to Section 3, the illusion of objectivity.
Now listen to this, because it is perhaps the absolute biggest myth of our modern era. AI is not neutral, period.
AI systems do not exist in some perfect, pristine mathematical vacuum. They are trained entirely on our data. They literally learn from human language, human decisions, human biases, and human culture. So if humans lie or manipulate, guess what? The AI inherits those exact same traits. So really, artificial intelligence is just a digital mirror reflecting humanity right back at itself.
And this leads us right into a really dangerous psychological trap called automation bias. Basically, this is our natural built-in tendency to trust automated systems over human judgment, even when the machine makes an obvious mistake. Because we just inherently trust math and clean software interfaces, we run the massive risk of blindly accepting biased decisions as AI starts taking over major things like healthcare, law, and education.
All right, Section 4, the case for humanity.
Now sure, yes, AI can process vast, mind-boggling amounts of information, but despite all that, most people still deeply crave what only humans can uniquely provide: empathy, moral meaning, compassion, and soul. Even with all our corruption and messy inconsistencies, so many people still instinctively vote to trust humans. Why? Because they know a machine literally cannot replicate the warmth and authenticity of a real, shared, lived experience.
Let's dig into Section 5, the psychology of choice.
So, let's actually break down these two camps. Choosing trust AI signals that you heavily prioritize logic, efficiency, objectivity, and innovation. But beneath the surface, it also reveals a real emotional exhaustion with people and broken institutions. On the flip side, voting trust human champions empathy, intuition, and morality. But it also uncovers a deep-seated fear of technological control and the absolute dread of a totally dehumanized future.
So I want to ask you directly, what actually feels safer to you? Because this poll, it isn't asking which entity is smarter. Not at all. It's really asking if you prioritize cold predictability or if you prefer an authentic, albeit messy, human connection.
And that takes us to our final part. Section 6, a hybrid future.
The nuanced, real-world reality here is that our future is definitely not AI versus humans. It's AI plus humans. The true challenge of the next decade isn't about picking a winner in an internet poll. It's about learning exactly when we should trust the data and when we absolutely must rely on our own human intuition.
It really beautifully comes down to this thought. Intelligence without humanity can become dangerous, but humanity without intelligence can become chaotic. I mean, wow, that just hits the nail on the head. We have to figure out how to integrate the raw processing power of AI with the moral compass of the human soul.
And this is exactly why these behavioral signals from platforms like Normie are so much more than just fleeting internet entertainment. Millions of answers to this specific dilemma are literally mapping out our generational fears and our technological optimism. As AI continues its rapid growth, understanding the actual mechanics of human trust might just become the most valuable data in the entire world.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought. Your answer to this debate obviously reveals what you trust today, but much more importantly, it asks what kind of future you are emotionally preparing for. As machines become our everyday co-pilots, how you choose to navigate trust is going to define your entire experience in the AI era. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep questioning everything, and we will see you next time.